Good evening, and welcome to Big Z Sports' presentation of high school baseball. Tonight, crosstown rivals meet on the diamond as the Dover Tornadoes host the New Philadelphia Quakers, presented by Amici's Pizza. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Claxon Communications, First National Bank of Denison, Gilland Body Shop, Hartzler's Quality Housing, Keim, Kent State University Tuscarawas, PAC Drilling, Parkway Quick Lane, Stocker Concrete, TMK Valley Propane, and Wood Electric. Now let's head to the diamond with Chris Cale and Travis McClelland.
Welcome to Dover Park for this evening's battle between one of the best rivalries in the state of Ohio. It's the 9-4 Dover Tornadoes as they play host to the 6-6 New Philadelphia Quakers. High school baseball presented by Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. Thank you for joining us. If you're listening to the audio on WTUZ.com, if you're watching on WTUZ Big Z Sports or Claxon Communications on Facebook, or, of course, the YouTube channel, I'm your play-by-play announcer, Chris Cale, and I'm being joined by Travis McClelland. And, Travis, the last battle between these two a few weeks ago went into extra innings. It was a war. It was won on a wild pitch. What do you expect out of these two foes tonight?
Chris, I expect the same. Anytime these two schools get together, it could be football, it could be basketball, it could be baseball, softball. It could be tiddlywinks. They're going to go at it. It's going to be a knuckle fest. I expect this to be a grinded out. You know, the game over in Philly was an epic clash, went into extra innings. New Philadelphia pulled that out on a wild pitch. I expect that type of battle tonight. I expect a pitching battle. The offense will be a little bit behind the defense tonight, but I expect Dover and New Philadelphia. Enough said.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Two Dover alums calling a Dover-Philly baseball game. What could go wrong?
What could absolutely go wrong?
Nothing could go wrong with that. Of course, the Dover Tornadoes, the home team, they are head coached by Jeff Fondrest in his 6th season, 23rd overall. Last night, their 5-game winning streak was snapped with a loss to Alliance. Grady Capper went 8 innings, allowing only 4 hits, striking out 6 and walking 3. Aiden Hall, Mason Stolt, Brennan McCune all had multiple hit games, I should say. Dover doubled up Indian Valley on Tuesday, 8-4. Matt Dumermuth got the win on the hill. And on Monday, they shut out Marietta. Aiden Hall threw the complete game 2-hit shutout. When you look at the New Philadelphia Quakers, they had a lot of time off this week,
they
Travis.
played just once this week, I believe.
Right,
Chris,
they just played last night.
Yeah.
They defeated Steubenville 5-3. Logan Wallace and Brennan Harstein combined for a 4-hit. They scattered 4 hits. Is what I wanted to say. Brenton Billman had 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Connor Shimmick had a triple and a single. Mason Ricklick a double and an RBI. Of course, Tyler Weissel in his 4th season. The Quakers come in at 6-6. And like we had mentioned, the last meeting between these two teams back on April 9th, New Philadelphia picked up the 11th inning win, 5-4, as Brennan Harstein scored on a bases-loaded wild pitch in the bottom of the 11th. What an incredible game. We're in for another one this afternoon.
I'm really excited. You're going to see Brenton Billman on the mound, on the bump for the Quakers. You're going to see Brendan McCune on the mound for the Tornadoes. They're going to throw their aces. They're going to go after this one. You can get a loss here or there against the Jacksons, the Alliance, and the Steubenvilles of the world. This one means a little bit more. As you can see, if you look around, it's full stands up and down the side. The backstop bleachers are about 3/4 full. People are excited here at Dover Park.
Absolutely. Well, Chris Cale, Travis McClelland for Big Z Sports. We will be back once again with on Claxon Communications and Big Z Sports right after this timeout with our head coaches inside the dugout.
Pizza is most everyone's favorite, and you have plenty of choices, but there's just something different about a pizza from Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. Amici's Pizza takes pizza to an all-new level. You can get a traditional Italian pizza or try one of their delicious specialty pizzas. And everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. It doesn't get any better than Amici's Pizza, Kirk Street, West Lafayette. Big city taste for a small town price.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. I'm Chris Cale, and I'm joined in the dugout with New Philadelphia head coach Tyler Weissel. Coach, last night you got the win over Steubenville 5-3. Your team was hot at the plate. Talk about your offensive performance last night.
We were really good last night. We had really good approaches. We were hunting fastballs. We were ready to go in the box. We were early in the count, getting the pitch we wanted, and we were hitting hard.
Coach, you come in at 6-6 on the season for you guys. You had a little extra time off this week compared to your opponent over across the way. Do you think that helps you a little bit? And if so, it sure showed last night.
It absolutely does help. We had another day of practice. I felt our practices all year have been really, really good. We actually hit on the field at the park before we got here today. The more times we can hit and field a ground ball, the better off we're going to be.
How do you feel about your club at this point in the season as we start heading down that home stretch, getting ready for playoffs?
We're moving. We're moving in the right direction. We're making it shake. We're doing a lot of really, really, really good things, and it's kind of all coming to a head right now. I feel like we're in a really good spot.
Finally, Coach, a few weeks ago you defeated the Tornadoes 5-4 in 11 innings in an incredible game. Can we expect something similar tonight? Or what do you expect from the Tornadoes and kind of your keys to victory tonight?
I expect another grinder, 100%. Anytime we get together, no matter where it is, regular season, playoffs, whatever the case is, it's going to be a tough one. Either way you cut it, I think that our keys are going to be we're going to have to score early, we're going to have to score often, we're going to have to get to the bullpen as fast as we can.
Coach, good luck tonight in trying to get that season sweep.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
That is head coach of the New Philadelphia Quakers, Tyler Weissel. When Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications returns, we will be joined in the dugout with Dover head coach Jeff Fondress right after this.
Pizza is most everyone's favorite, and you have plenty of choices. But there's just something different about a pizza from Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. Amici's Pizza takes pizza to an all-new level. You can get a traditional Italian pizza or try one of their delicious specialty pizzas. And everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. It doesn't get any better than Amici's Pizza, Kirk Street, West Lafayette. Big city taste for a small town price.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. I'm Chris Kale, and I'm joined in the dugout with Dover head coach Jeff Fondress. Coach, this is your 6th year at Dover, but 23rd overall. With all the craziness of the last 13 months, how did you keep your kids engaged throughout the summer and fall and winter?
Well, we were able to get together starting last summer, and we had good turnouts at summer workouts. A lot of kids got to play travel ball on their teams, and then we went right into fall with kids who don't play a fall sport. So we kept them busy. They worked hard, and here we are enjoying baseball finally.
Coach, this year, your 4th game this week. Do you worry about fatigue as you get down the stretch in the season with having so many games this week?
No, not really. With baseball, you got to watch your pitchers and pitch count, but we got a guy ready to go tonight and another game tomorrow, so we'll piece that one together. But no, we're prepared for tonight.
Coach, your club has won 5 in a row despite the loss last night, or until the loss last night to Alliance. How do you assess where your club is right now as we get down the stretch run?
I think we're still a little bit of a work in progress. Our pitching's been solid all year. Defensively, we've been okay. We got to improve there. And then offensively, we've been a little spotty. We need to be more consistent hitting the ball. And if we can put that all together, we're going to be good going down the stretch.
Finally, Coach, New Philadelphia pulled out the win 3 weeks ago. What a great game that was. What do you expect from tonight's game? And, of course, what do you need to do to turn the tide from that game here tonight?
Well, it's all about pitching for us. They didn't see Brennan the last time, and I think he's the best in the area. So we trust him on the mound, and offensively, we just got to be aggressive, get guys on base, hit the ball better than we did the last game. And if we can do that, I like our chances.
Coach, good luck tonight.
All right. Thanks, guys.
That is Dover Tornadoes head coach Jeff Fondress. When Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications returns, it's time for starting lineups in the first pitch between Dover and New Philadelphia right after this timeout.
Hey there, sports fans. When it comes to taking care of the vehicle that transports your team, you expect it to be done with speed and accuracy. This is Phil Miller from the Parkway Quick Lane. When it comes to servicing your team's vehicle, let my team at Parkway Quick Lane deliver you the winning combination to keep your vehicle on the road and safe. If your vehicle needs to get off the sideline and back in the game, visit the Parkway Quick Lane for your next service appointment.
Are you looking for a local propane supplier? TMK Valley Propane would like to offer you our hassle-free guarantee. We can provide you excellent service with automatic fill options, budget plans, and easy delivery. Let TMK show you how we take the hassle out of your winter heating needs. Give us a call today for a free site evaluation, 330-897-3911.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Buying a home has never been so affordable with record low interest rates. Hartzler's Quality Housing is ready to put over 40 years of experience to work for you. Family owned and operated since 1978, Hartzler's has a wide selection of model homes on site with a knowledgeable team to help make your new home a reality. Open 6 days a week. Visit them off I-77 in Dover or online at hartzlers.com. Hartzler's Quality Housing. Quality from start to finish.
This is Jim Smucker, president of Kime in downtown Charm, Ohio. By now we hope you are aware of our local next day delivery service. We call it Local Express. You simply call us to place your order and those items will be on your doorstep the very next day. Now that's Kime time. The new catalog is available at kimehome.com and you can call 330-893-5030 to place your order today. That's 330-893-5030. When you think Kime, think lumber plus everything you need to make a house a home.
Pizza is most everyone's favorite, and you have plenty of choices. But there's just something different about a pizza from Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. Amici's Pizza takes pizza to an all-new level. You can get a traditional Italian pizza or try one of their delicious specialty pizzas. And everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. It doesn't get any better than Amici's Pizza, Kirk Street, West Lafayette. Big city taste for a small town price.
Now, back to Big Z Sports on 99.9.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications bringing you the Dover Tornadoes and New Philadelphia Quakers, powered by Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. Getting ready for first pitch, Chris Cale, Travis McClellan here. I'm going to run through the first three batters due up for the New Philadelphia Quakers in the top of the first inning. Number 15, Carter Vandal. He is the shortstop. Vandal on the season is a sophomore batting .235 with a double, 3 RBI, 5 runs scored, 5 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Number 14, Logan Wallace, playing left field. Logan Wallace, the senior, averaging .280 on the year, a double, 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. And batting third, Brenton Billman, the pitcher of record, number 11. Billman, the junior, averaging .300 on the year, 3 doubles, 5 RBIs, 7 runs scored, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Travis McClellan, you have the fielding positions for the Dover Tornadoes.
We're going to guide you through the defensive positions for the Tornadoes. Starting tonight on the hill, the big man, Brennan McHugh, number 8, going to be pitching for the Tornadoes. At third base tonight, the junior, number 3, Aiden Hall. At shortstop, number 9, Matthew Duramuth. In center field, number 22, Mason Stolt, the junior. Patrolling the right field for the Tornadoes tonight, number 18, Ben Ham, and a sophomore.
Yes.
Behind the dish tonight, the junior, number 21, Connor McGarry. Playing first base tonight, number 12, Tyler Little. Second base, number 2, Ethan Kelliker. And to round out the defensive positions, the senior, number 1, Evan Clark.
All right, thank you, Travis. Of course, your umpires today behind home plate, Big John Kay and Bruce Walker in the field as we are getting ready to go again. The Dover Tornadoes head coach by Jeff Fondress, and, of course, the New Philadelphia Quakers head coach by Tyler Weissel. As we get ready to go, these teams very, very similar at times on the year. The Quakers come in at 6-6. The Tornadoes at 9-4. Travis, this should be a good one. It was a really good game over at Tuscarora Park.
Yes.
This one really lends itself to be a good game.
I'm ready, and it's outdoors, and it's beautiful out. You can kind of still feel the electricity even though it's outdoors. But, when Dover and New Philly get together, it's a battle. It's a knuckle fest. It's a Donnybrook, and I expect nothing less tonight. Interested to see Brendan McCune, the Division I prospect, throwing on the mound tonight. Heard he's hitting mid to high 90s, and I don't know that I would want to stand in there, but that's what the Quakers are facing tonight.
And Brennan McCune is the senior, like you talked about. He is 3-2 in 33 innings, a 1.70 ERA, 51 strikeouts to 7 walks for the big man on the mound, number 8, Brennan McCune. So McCune getting ready to go, the right-hander. Carter Vandal will step in again, the shortstop, the leadoff batter for the New Philadelphia Quakers. Carter Vandal batting .235 on the year. McCune readies, and the first pitch. Low, and we are underway, Travis, from Dover City Park.
beautiful day for baseball, and I'm excited to get this one in. Hopefully we have 7 innings or more of great action.
Absolutely. McCune's second offering is low. It looks like maybe a low and outside, Trav.
A little bit low there. 2 fastballs to start the inning here, both missing low. He'll settle down here and start the pitch, see what he can do. Vandal on the lead, 2-0.
McCune's third pitch. There he gets strike number 1. Nice pitch there by Brennan McCune. Again, they've used him quite a bit, but they've also saved him at times.
Yeah.
Head coach Jeff Fonders talked about having to save that pitching as the 2-1 rather is swung on and missed by Vandal to even the count at 2-2.
Well, you're going to say pitching. You had 4 games this week, and so you have to get up pitching. You might have to bring some JV kids up, but they wanted their ace for this rivalry game.
McCune is his pitch going to be fouled off by Vandal.
It looks like early on, Chris, that the New Philadelphia Quakers are their strategies to see a lot of pitches. That was the 5th pitch we saw out of Carter Vandal to start this game. They want to get to the Tornado bullpen.
Absolutely. McCune will ready. The 2-2 is driven to left field. Going to be skied out there, going to be grabbed. A nice play by Evan Clark. And little trickery out there. Looked like the wind is there at times, and it's not at times, Trav, but out number 1.
If you look to the center field flag, it's standing still at times out there, blowing from right to left, so that moved that ball that way on that line drive. But you could tell the RPMs on that fastball. Chris Vandal was behind it. Line shot to left. Evan Clark was up to the task.
Now up Logan Wallace, the left fielder, number 14, another left-hander stepping in for the New Philadelphia Quakers. Again, Wallace is a senior, batting .280 on the year, a double, 4 RBIs, 5 runs scored, as McCune will deliver pitch number 1. A little outside there.
So, Chris, let me ask you something. With McCune hitting mid to high 90s, would you want to dig into the box?
No, I'm good. McCune's second pitch is swung on and missed by Logan Wallace to even the count at 1-1. Trav, no, I'm not stepping in, dude.
No,
I mean,
okay.
70's a little rough for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. He's throwing fastballs early, Chris. He's trying to get established the count early.
And there was a nice pitch right there. He painted that one to get ahead in the count. 1-2 now. McCune to Logan Wallace, the lefty, second batter for the New Philadelphia Quakers. Again, no score. Top of the first inning. McCune will get strikeout number 1.
Just straight diesel there, Chris. He said, "You're going to see my best. Can you hit it?" And that was pretty stiff.
And the answer from Wallace was no.
Not this time. But I'll tell you what, like I alluded to, Coach Weisel's team there, they're going to see a lot of pitches. They want to get to the bullpen. That's about 10, 11 pitches here so far, the first 2 batters for McCune.
Yeah, McCune will offer to Brenton Billman, the opposing pitcher, the right-hander, on the mound when he goes on the defensive side, but he is a junior, batting .300 on the year, and strike number 2.
Well, that tells you what athletes these two are. You got Billman not only pitching but hitting in the 3rd hole. You got McCune pitching and hitting in the 4th hole, so you know they're athletes, Chris.
McCune will offer the 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Brennan McCune, and the Quakers go in order. That's going to be the end of the top of the first, and we'll be back with Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications right after this.
At Gillen Body Shop, they know that when their business is needed, it's never planned, and that can cause you quite the inconvenience. That's why Gillen Body Shop makes the process as easy as possible for you by making sure the work is completed right the first time. And Gillen Body Shop's experienced staff gives all completed work a 100% guarantee. So when those unplanned repairs to your vehicle are needed, there's only one choice. Gillen Body Shop on Cary Avenue in New Philly, or find them on Facebook.
You're with Big Z Sports on 99.9 WTUZ.
High school baseball on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications, powered by Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. Again, a special thanks to Kent State Tuscarawas and First National Bank of Denison as associate sponsors here on our broadcast. Of course, make sure you go and subscribe to that YouTube page, WTUZ Big Z Sports. You can watch this game anytime you want to. I'm going to check it out when we get home, baby.
I love to go back and watch them. You know, the other night, Chris and Shannon were up on the hill. Glad I wasn't there, but I did get to watch it on
I'm glad I wasn't there
from
either.
the comfort of my own home.
Absolutely. They did a nice job up there, Nick, and Shannon doing a really nice job stepping in this year, doing some baseball. And we're excited to partner with Claxon Communications and kind of expand things out. Looking forward to building our relationships with these baseball and softball teams and moving into bigger and better things come 2022. When you look at the Dover Tornadoes, the first three will be Aiden Hall, number 3, the third baseman. He has a .392 average, a double, 16 RBIs, 11 runs scored. Number 9, Matt Dumermuth, the shortstop. He'll bat second. Dumermuth, a junior, bats .378 on the year, and Mason Stolt, the center fielder, number 22, will bat third as Aiden Hall gets ready to step in. You've got quickly the defensive for New Philadelphia.
Brenton Billman's going to be on the hill, like we alluded to, behind the dish tonight, and he's being DH for is Charlie Gibbs, playing third base. Our first base is going to be Gage Brown.
And the first pitch. Go ahead, Trav.
Okay, playing second base is going to be Drew Maurer. Third base for the Quakers, number 12, Brandon Harstein.
Oh, and a rip to the gap right there. Actually, I thought it was going to be in the gap. A nice shot right there by Aiden Hall to right field. A base hit as the Tornadoes get their leadoff batter on base with the single.
That was the right fielder over there, Connor Shimmick, that come over there and cut that off from getting in the gap, Chris. And starting at shortstop tonight, the leadoff batter, Carter Vandal.
All right, thank you very much. Again, on the hill is Billman for the New Philadelphia Quakers. He will ready only his third pitch of the ball game. Going to be a little changeup. Gets the bunt down, and they get the first out. Matt Dumermuth with the sacrifice bunt.
Little small ball there out of the Tornadoes. They got the leadoff man on, and we all know Aiden Hall, he's got speed. Dumermuth moves him over. You got a man in scoring position with your run producers coming up in Stolt and McCune.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's exactly what you want to do, right? I mean, it's you want to advance that runner and play small ball when you can. As Billman's going to offer to Mason Stolt here, the center fielder steps in for the Dover Tornadoes, batting in the third spot. Nice
curveball there out of Billman. First pitch curveball, he has confidence in that, Chris.
Absolutely. As Mason Stolt, the junior, batting .479, 5 doubles, 13 RBIs, 14 runs scored, 9 strikeouts, though a little glaring for Mason, the speedster, in center field. Second pitch.
Yeah, he is truly a gap-to-gap outfielder, Chris. He doesn't look like he's running fast. He's one of those long striders, but he can cover some ground out there in center.
Yeah, Stolt, took that one low for a ball. So 1-1 from Billman here. As the Tornadoes got the runner on second, that is Aiden Hall, and ball number 2. So 2-1 the count. Stolt ahead. Billman trying to even this count up here on pitch number 4. Billman will deliver. Shot to the left side. That's going to get through. Base hit for Mason Stolt. Nice piece of hitting right there to advance the runner. Aiden Hall now standing at third, Trav.
Hall had to hold up there and make sure that got through the hole before he could advance. So he only made it to third. Could not score on the base hit to left, but you got 2 runners on the pond for your cleanup hitter, McCune.
Yeah, Logan Wallace got it in there. As we've got the cleanup hitter, like you said, Brennan McCune, the pitcher, number 8, does a nice job at the plate as well as on the mound, averaging 364, 3 doubles, 12 RBIs. From the senior. So Brennan McCune. And the lead there, and Bruce Walker says no, safe.
Close pick there at first.
That was Mason Stolt looking to take off there. I believe Stolt has a couple steals on the year, actually leading, I think.
Yeah, he's fast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Caught him leading there. Close call, but he's safe at first as he dives back in. Boy, that was close.
Stolt will get the good lead at first base. Hall kind of close to the bag there at third, as the offering from Billman is strike.
Nice slide step there out of Billman to keep Stolt there close at first. He didn't go with the big leg kick and give him a jump. He went the slide step, still buried the strike.
1 out here, bottom of the first inning, no score. Tornadoes threatening. As Billman readies, gets his sign, he likes it, and he'll deliver. No, he'll check over to first, and that's Stolt. As he'll fire over to Brown.
Keeping him close there. They don't want him to get in second because a base hit scores 2 at that point, so They're keeping a close eye on him there at first base.
Gage Brown at first base, keeping Mason Stolt there. McCune ready for the 0-1 from Billman. Billman, a little off-speed pitch, and he skied it straight up to the infield. Third baseman Harstein going to be under it, and he'll make the play.
He threw him the changeup there, got him out on his front foot and pops it up there. Big out for the Quakers.
Big out.
Now there's 2 outs.
Brennan Harstein with the pop out there in the infield.
We got the sophomore playing right field, number 18, Ben Ham. coming up the bat with 2 outs. Big spot here for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, the right fielder, Ben Ham, will come in. Again, Brenton Billman on the mound. 2 down, pair of Tornadoes on at first and third. Ham will swing at pitch number 1 and have strike number 1. So the right fielder, Ham, like you had mentioned, the sophomore, 286 average, only playing 6 games. They brought him up from the JV squad. And, a double, 6 RBIs and 4 runs scored in just 6 games. Pretty a nice job by Ham and showing why he is up here at the varsity level.
Absolutely. He got some varsity time late in the football season, decent varsity time in basketball, so he's used to being a varsity kid. See if he can get a run in for the Tornadoes.
And he hits it up the middle. Nope, going to be an easy out there at second base. Nice play by the shortstop, Carter Vandal, to retire the side. So, 2 hits, no runs, no errors. We have reached the end of the first inning with no score from Dover City Park between Dover and New Philadelphia. We'll be back on Big Z Sports and Claxic Communications right after this timeout.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
You found it. Big Z Sports on 99.9 WTUZ.
Big Z Sports and Claxic Big Z Sports and Claxic Communications are bringing you the Dover Tornadoes and New Philadelphia Quakers from Dover City Park, powered by Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. As we go to the top of the second inning here on a really comfortable and beautiful day here at Dover City Park. The flag's blowing a little bit from right to left over there at Park School, but nonetheless, it's a really comfortable day here behind the plate, between the plate and the dugout. And Travis is much better of what Nick and Shannon had yesterday.
Welcome to Ohio.
Yes.
It was about 30 and wind cracking yesterday, and we're about 60 here with the sun shining, and beautiful here at Dover City Park. Field number 3 in this rivalry clash. Beautiful time. The sun shines down.
Yeah,
on Dover and New Philadelphia.
Absolutely, and I feel bad for our Claxton guys too, because they were freezing, holding the cameras. Perk was out there freezing, and Fred, and Casey, and we were sitting at home. So we appreciate Fred, Casey, and of course Xander, and everyone here at Claxton Communications for doing such a good job. Yeah, I can't forget about Perk. So as the first pitch from McCune is strike number 1. This is Gage Brown, the first baseman, number 9. He'll sky behind us, and don't go back there towards that blue F-150.
McCune quickly in the lead, 0-2 here. 2 straight fastballs. Hasn't varied much from his strength here early, Chris.
Absolutely. The 0-2 here from McCune. The senior will deliver, and a shot up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Nice job by Gage Brown for the New Philadelphia Quakers. And Brown, the senior, a 280 average, 3 doubles, 6 RBIs, 10 runs scored, 5 walks. As he gets on base here, the leadoff batter on the duck on the pond, so to speak, for the Quakers.
Credit Brown there. He stayed right on that fastball, put it right back up the chute, right up the middle for a base hit. Got your leadoff guy on. That bodes well for your inning.
Yeah, it's always a good thing as Connor Shimmick comes up for the New Philadelphia Quakers. The 5th batter in the order, 2nd of the inning. Again, top of the 2nd. No score between Dover and New Philadelphia. No outs. 2nd batter at the plate is Brown over at first base. Connor Shimmick, the right fielder, having a nice game for him, or a nice season, I should say. 242 average, has a home run, 2 doubles, 5 RBI on the season for Shimmick, the right fielder.
You look at the 242 there, but he also has 10 runs scored, 6 walks, and 6 stolen bases, so he's on base quite a bit for the Quakes.
Absolutely is. He's batting in that number 5 hole, so definitely a nice job by Connor Shimmick there for the Tornadoes. Billman will ready. Actually, McCune, sorry. McCune readies, and a shot up the side.
Sawed him off.
Is he going to get the double play? No, he'll get the sure out at second base. So Brown tagged out down, so fielder's choice there from Connor Shimmick.
Aiden Hall comes in and cuts that off. Thought maybe he would go to first. So peaked, had time, got him out, got the lead runner out at first. Veteran play there by the junior third baseman.
Yeah, Connor Shimmick hits into that fielder's choice. They tag Brown out at second base, and that will be out number 1 on the year. Or I mean on the inning. My goodness. Mason Ricklick up now, the DH. He is batting for Gibbs, the catcher. So DHing for the catcher is Mason Ricklick, having a good season. The senior, 250 average, a triple, a double, 10 RBIs, 5 runs scored.
Dover defense and double play depth here, trying to turn one and get out of the inning.
McCune readies. He'll fire pitch number 1 and a steal. Nice job there by Shimmick. He'll take the stolen base.
A straight steal there. Connor McGarry, the catcher, bobbled it just a little bit, and that allowed Shimmick to get in there with the stolen base.
Yeah, Shimmick now down at second base. Mason Ricklick at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the first inning, Tornadoes and Quakers from Dover City Park. Strike number 1 from McCune. So the 1-1 count now on Mason Ricklick, the senior DH for the Quakers. McCune will fire the 1-1, strike number 2. Swing and a miss from Mason Ricklick. McCune looking for strikeout number 3 now for the Tornadoes.
Piling up those punchies early here in this game, but that doesn't bode well for the pitch count.
No, it does not. As Ricklick will ready. Here's the 2-1 or the 1-2 offering, strike number 3 for Ricklick as he will strike out. 3 strikeouts now, and all 3 swinging for the senior, Brennan McCune.
That was a big strikeout there for McCune and the Tornadoes. You had a runner on second base with only 1 out. That was a big K. He knuckled up and got the strikeout there.
Absolutely. Caden O'Neill, the center fielder, will now come to the plate. Caden O'Neill, the senior, 273 average, 5 RBI, 8 runs scored, 7 stolen bases for the speedster Caden O'Neill. As McCune's first pitch is swung on and missed from O'Neill. And there's no doubt Brandon McCune's bringing it this afternoon.
He's popping the mitt there. I almost feel bad for Connor McGarry back there trying to catch that.
Yeah. Well, McCune, trying to seek revenge on these Quakers as the Tornadoes fell over at Tuscarora Park 3 weeks ago tonight in extra innings, and that's strike number 2. That one looking for Caden O'Neill.
You looked at McCune coming up through, and, he's pitched since he's been 9 years old, and you look at that kid like he's really going to be something. It's nice to see it come to fruition as a senior out here on the mound.
The 0-2 for McCune, strike 3.
Just straight diesel.
McCune will record strikeout number 4. That will retire the side with 1 hit. No runs, no errors. We've reached the middle of the second inning. Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications will be back right after this.
The First National Bank of Denison appreciates the hard work and dedication area athletes exhibit to be the best they can be for their team. We follow that same philosophy with our customers, working hard to build personal relationships and making our services convenient. The First National Bank of Denison's community involvement is important to us, and we love supporting our local schools. The First National Bank of Denison, with offices in Denison, Dover, Janayton Hutton, South Broadway, and Schunbrunn in New Philadelphia. We have our roots where others have their branches. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Now, back to Big Z Sports on 99.9.
High school baseball on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications, powered by Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. Again, a special thanks to Kent State Tuscarawas and the First National Bank of Denison for being associate sponsors here this season. And we can't thank Casey and Fred and Greg and Xander enough for what they do for our broadcasts. Just a tremendous job. I mean, if people don't know, you come to the ballparks and you see how we're set up here. These guys are here 2-3 hours before game time. It takes a long time to set this stuff up. We're just the talent, you would say, and show up, but the real talent are the guys that show up beforehand.
I got here about 3:30, 3:35, and Casey and his crew had everything set up. They were just putting some finishing touches on it, so I think they came at lunchtime maybe, Chris.
Yeah, I agree. As McGarry is going to see the first pitch from Billman and going to be thrown out. Nice play over there by Harstein. So Connor McGarry will ground out to Harstein.
They're looking at the first pitch fastball. When I played, I always liked to see that first pitch fastball be aggressive. That might be the best pitch you see all at bat.
Yeah, I agree. Brenton Billman settling in now on the hill for the New Philadelphia Quakers. He'll offer the first pitch to Tyler Little, the first baseman for the Dover Tornadoes. Little, a junior, 364 average, a double, 2 RBIs, 4 runs scored, 5 walks on the year for Tyler Little.
Yeah, Tyler has a nice eye there, playing some first base, a basketball starter for the Tornadoes.
And the pitch is going to be skied to left field. That might be trouble. And coming in is Wallace, and he'll make the catch.
Wallace there come in and took control. That might have been a little trouble for Vandal as he was trying to get out and fight the wind and the sun. Wallace comes in, takes over just like you should, catches the little pop-up.
Yeah, absolutely. And now the freshman will step to the plate, number 2. That is Ethan Kelliker. He has only played 7 games. He's actually 0 for 12 in those 7 games, 3 walks and a pair of strikeouts for the youngster. But getting him his first Dover Philly action right here. He gets the start at second base, and he'll take strike number 1 swinging from Brenton Billman.
Kelliker there, a really good athlete, travel ball kid. He comes up and he's going to try to learn from these upperclassmen. But, when you're playing this early, you know you have some talent.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. As he's behind 0-2 now, Billman looking to go right at the freshman, and he does. Strikeout. And out number 3. As they retire him in order, 1, 2, 3. Kelliker goes down on strikes, and we'll be back with the third inning. That is the end of 2. No score between Dover and New Philadelphia. Back on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications from Dover City Park right after this.
Pizza is most everyone's favorite, and you have plenty of choices. But there's just something different about a pizza from Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. Amici's Pizza takes pizza to an all-new level. You could get a traditional Italian pizza or try one of their delicious specialty pizzas. And everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. It doesn't get any better than Amici's Pizza, Kirk Street, West Lafayette. Big city taste for a small town price.
You're with Big Z Sports on 99.9 WTUZ.
Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications are bringing you the Dover Tornadoes and New Philadelphia Quakers from Dover City Park. Chris Gale, Travis McClellan with you. Of course, the guys from Claxon Communications running the cameras, Greg Perkins and Xander Tristano, of course. Casey Claxon and Fred Williams running all the controls here at Dover City Park as we are in the top of the third inning. New Philadelphia Quakers coming to bat. No score so far, Travis, just like we thought, a tight game.
A tight game and a pitcher's duel. We talked about McCune in the opener there. Billman's also up to the task, throwing a nice game for the Quakers. Very efficient so far. He gave up that early leadoff hit to Hall and has really settled down since then.
Absolutely. As Brennan Harstein, the third baseman, number 12 for the New Philadelphia Quakers, will come to the plate. Brennan McCune working on 4 strikeouts through the first 2 innings, and he'll get strike number 1 on Harstein.
Harstein on the year hitting not really as well as he could, but I believe he scored maybe the winning run over there. But
yes,
what
he
jumped
did.
out to me, it was the 12 walks, Chris. So you're helping your team in other ways. If you're not hitting 12 walks, you're getting on base. On base percentage is a big thing.
Yeah, Harstein scored on that wild pitch from Aiden Hall back in that game as the 0-2 from McCune is fired in, going to be just a little high. Thought he was going to ring him up for his first one looking here this afternoon.
Yeah, McCune wanted that one. You could tell, Chris. He thought maybe that was in there.
The 1-2 from McCune is strike number 3. As Harstein will have a seat. Strikeout number 5 for Brennan McCune.
McCune reached back for just a little bit extra there and pumped it by him. Connor McGarry's mitt popped. He took the mitt off there a little bit to give that hand a break. McCune's really shoving it today.
Drew Maurer, the second baseman for the New Philadelphia Quakers, comes in. He's going to hit a slow, lazy roller. It's going to be foul. Tyler Little tried to scoop that up in fair territory because that was going to be an easy out, but he just couldn't keep it in fair territory.
Little cue shot there out of Maurer, had some English on it, and rolls foul for the Quakers. He's on there early, though. A lot of their at-bats have been patience. He jumped that on that early fastball.
The 0-1 for McCune, strike number 2. Maurer, only 7 at-bats this season. The senior has 1 RBI, 2 runs scored, does not have a hit, does have a walk, though. So, another one of those guys that comes in with not a lot of experience. as the
little
0-2,
baptism
little
by
high.
fire by the rivalry, and it does two things. It galvanizes you or you shrink under it, and when you play in this rivalry, you either step up or it runs you over.
Maurer will foul that one back, and that will miss the blue Ford F-150. The one McCune now is ahead of 1-2 to Maurer at the plate, the senior, getting the start in his final game against the Dover Tornadoes, and he'll take a look at strike number 3.
McCune really, really firing. I know we said that a couple times, but he's shoving it right down the middle here and challenging these Quaker hitters. We thought in the opener, Chris, the defense would be in front of the offense. It's proving to be so here in the top of the third.
Yeah, 6 strikeouts now for
what a
Brennan
fast
McCune
game so far.
Yeah, we're already almost through 3. 2 down. Back to the top of the order, Carter Vandal, the shortstop, is up, and he'll foul it back behind the screen.
I got the chance to talk to McCune before the game, and I said, well, how many you got in you tonight? Pitches? He goes, as many as it takes. So
as many as it takes.
Yeah.
I like it. That's what you do in a rivalry. It don't matter. Whatever it takes. As he'll deliver the 0-1. Brennan McCune. Little off speed, yeah.
Little wrinkle there. Didn't get it. Maybe a little up in the zone there.
Evens the count at 1-1. McCune again to Vandal. The leadoff batter, he'll take strike number 2. So Carter Vandal, very good basketball player in his own right. I mean, he is just a great athlete. A sophomore, only a sophomore. 2 more years left for Vandal as he will bounce this one over to third. And he beat it out.
Hall throwing on the run there, little stretched out for it. Couldn't come up with it. Kept the ball in front of him. Vandal was going to get a hit.
Yeah, I would give him a hit on that, wouldn't you?
I think that's an infield hit. I think he might have beat it.
I agree. It was going to be close. Little had the nice stretch, and Hall had the play. But
a judgment call goes to the kids in our book. How's that?
I agree with that, as we'll give Carter Vandal the single. And stepping in now, Logan Wallace, the left fielder. He struck out. Swinging his first time up. Number 14, as there's the steal by Vandal. And Vandal's going to be in there standing up. So a stolen base from Carter Vandal. He did a little trickery right there on McCune, didn't he?
Little chicanery. They weren't quite watching him. McCune tried to pick, but it was too late, and he swipes second base, gets in scoring position for the Quakers.
So 2 stolen bases now for the New Philadelphia Quakers, and like you said, he's in scoring position with 2 out. McCune will fire to Wallace, and his first pitch is strike number 1.
As hard as McCune's throwing here, I wouldn't be surprised if they use Kelliker to hold on instead of Durumu at shortstop, because he might be a little behind and hit it over on the left side there. Keep Durumu and Hall at home to try to get that third out.
And McCune will step off. He'll reset. Logan Wallace, the left fielder, at the plate. Wallace, a senior, 280 average on the year, struck out swinging his first time up, and he'll swing at that one. He'll foul it off McGarry's mask.
You got to be tough to play back there when you're a catcher.
I'll tell you what.
Baseball or softball, you got to be tough as nails, made of steel, because you get nicks, you get bumps, you get hit, you get all kinds of stuff back there, dirt. I mean, you got to be tougher than a $2 steak to play back there, Chris.
I agree with you 100%, Travis. I love that position. Never played it, but always loved it. I was more of an outfielder, Didn't play in high school, but when I played younger days and older days in the military playing softball, I was.
And following your daughter through the Dover system, system of softball there?
Yep, absolutely. I was more the outfielder, so. McCune will deliver, fouled off again. Nice at bat here from Logan Wallace as he sits 1-2. So Wallace will foul another one off. McCune.
Well, McCune in the lead there, the count. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's trying to get out of here without giving up any damage.
Vandal over at second base. He got the infield base hit and then swipes second base. McCune will deliver. He'll deliver low. 2-2. So we even the count up on Logan Wallace.
I don't have the book here, Chris, but through the 2 2/3 innings so far, I think this is about 3-4 Quakers who've gone to a full count or better, or rather 5 pitches or better against McCune.
Nice off-speed pitch and a nice scoop there by Little as he'll step on first and retire Logan Wallace for out number 3. So, 1 hit, a stolen base, no runs. We've reached the middle of the 3rd inning. Still no score between the Tornadoes and the Quakers. We'll be back on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications right after this.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
Now, back to Big Z Sports on 99.9.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications bringing you the Tornadoes and Quakers, powered by Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. We are in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and the Dover Tornadoes will be sending Evan Clark to the plate. Clark will be the 9th batter for the Tornadoes. He is the left fielder, and his first at bat coming up. He is, like I said, the senior, 314 average, 6 RBI, 11 runs scored, 9 walks, and 8 strikeouts for Clark. Also the senior wide receiver.
Yes, he can run too. He can really fly. You might look for him to butt one down the 3rd baseline here to get on, because he can really move, and being a left-hander. In baseball, it's that weird sport where left-handers get that advantage.
Absolutely. Softball is too, but you can you can do the little sloppy bunt.
Right, 3rd baseman in here for the Quakers. Brendan Harstein up on the grass, maybe a foot, looking for the same thing we were talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. As head coach Tyler Weissel thought the same thing. So Travis is keen eye right there. Here's the pitch, strike number 1 on Clark.
Clark in the hole 0-2.
Oh, that is 0-2. Okay, my bad. I thought the first one was a ball. And he'll take that one. 2-1 1-2 the count on Evan Clark, the senior. Billman will deliver, fouled off. Behind the plate, Evan Clark staying alive.
You can tell Billman has a few RPMs there for the Quakers too, because you see the Tornado hitters just a bit behind on his fastball.
Tell you what, Billman's having a nice game here this afternoon. Through the first 2 innings or so, just outside there to even the count at 2-2. When you look at Billman, he has 24 in 2/3 innings pitched. He's 2-0, 24 strikeouts and 13 walks, as that one is hit sharply to the shortstop, Carter Vandal, and he'll retire Evan Clark. As Billman has some innings pitched and has done a nice job so far this season.
Yeah, for the junior, you pitch 24 and 2, and you're 2-0, 24 Ks, and your ERA 2.83. You can pitch, and honestly, when you come into this game, you have just a little bit extra.
Absolutely. Aiden Hall, he had the single in his first at bat, got all the way over to 3rd base before the inning ended. Hall will take strike number 1 from Billman.
Billman there, the pitcher's favorite pitch is strike 1.
Absolutely. Nice off-speed pitch there, going to be in the dirt.
Curveball in the dirt.
Yep, didn't get Aiden Hall to chase, so even the count at 1-1. This is a very fast-moving game here as we are in the bottom of the 3rd. Still no score. Another curve in the dirt. Tried to get him to chase. 2-1 the count on Aiden Hall.
First pitch was just past 5 o'clock. We're 3 and we're in the bottom half of the 3rd, and we're only at 5:35. This game's flying.
Ball's hit to the 3rd baseman, and he'll retire Aiden Hall. Nice play there by Harstein. Brennan Harstein, the senior 3rd baseman, with the nice throw there.
Number 9, Matthew Doon with a sacrifice there to bunt Hall over in the first inning, and we'll see him get the swing away here and see what he can do if the Tornadoes can go with 2 outs.
Yeah, the shortstop, Dummermuth, at the plate. Like you had mentioned, that sacrifice is he'll see the off-speed pitch. He'll hit it right to the 2nd baseman and retire the side.
Billman, lots of confidence in that curveball, throwing a first pitch strike there and getting Dummermuth to ground out.
Yep, as Maurer will retire the side, he'll throw over to Brown. No runs, no hits, no errors, and we've come to the end of 3 innings. Still no score between the Tornadoes and the Quakers. We'll be back right after this.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
You found it. Big Z Sports on 99.9 WTUZ.
High school baseball on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications, powered by Michi's Pizza in West Lafayette. Chris Gale, Travis McClellan bringing you the call from Dover City Park along with the guys at Claxon Communications. Just to give you an update, the softball game, 1-0. Matty D with a solo shot for the Dover Tornadoes as they are up 1-0 on the New Philadelphia Quakers just over our left shoulder. Dover softball having a chicken barbecue coming up on Sunday, May 9th, right here at Dover City Park. Pickup is at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. All dinners must be picked up by 2 p.m. They're asking for a $10 donation, so make sure you check that out. Thank you to Stephanie DeVault, Maddie D's mom, for sending me the text, and we'll give them the
Maddie's
plug.
a ball player, isn't she? Ooh.
Maddie D's a good ball player, absolutely. As the New Philadelphia Quakers will come up against Brennan McCune here to start the fourth inning. High heat from McCune to Brenton Billman, his opposing pitcher. Billman will go down 1-0. Billman struck out to end the first inning as we begin the fourth. McCune will get strike number 2.
They're down in the count here, 0-2. That's not where you want to be here against either of these pitchers. It feels like one of those games where first score wins, Chris.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I mean, we knew this was going to be a game. It went into extra innings, a 5-4 victory for New Philadelphia over across the river. And we knew that this game tonight was going to be very similar. I talked to head coach Tyler Weissel and head coach Jeff Fondrest about that same thing. They agreed. As McCune will bring the 0-2 and ball number 1.
So then, Chris, would this game qualify as a knuckle fest?
Yes, it would be a knuckle fest. They're just not throwing knuckle balls.
Not yet.
The 1-2 offering from McCune will be slapped into right field. That's actually a deep shot and going to be tracked down by the right fielder, Ben Ham. So nice job. Nice shot there by Brenton Billman, the pitcher. Just maybe just a little bit under it.
A little bit under it, a little bit behind, but nice shot there. Ben Ham drifted back 10, 12, 15 steps there to haul it in for the Tornadoes.
So Gage Brown up now, the first baseman for the New Philadelphia Quakers. He singled in his first at-bat to lead off inning number 2 for the Quakers.
First pitch curveball there out of McCune. I think that's the first one we've seen today out of the on the first pitch from McCune today.
Yeah, 1-0 the count from Brennan McCune to Gage Brown. And 0-2. So McCune, again, working the D1 prospect, doing a nice job here this afternoon. And his counterpart, Billman, having a nice game as well. A little pitcher's duel as we've got a shot to the shortstop. He'll make the throw over. Little unable to get it. And I'm going to probably have to give that error to the shortstop, Dumermuth.
Yeah, he bobbled it a little bit there at short, picked it up, and didn't make a strong throw to first, and did Matthew Dumermuth. And he's not too happy with himself over there. Just a little bad hop, picks it up, maybe rushed it just a bit.
So E6 if you're scoring at home. As unable to corral that in was Little over there at the first base. So that puts Gage Brown at first base. He's reached both times in his at-bats. As McCune will now deliver the first pitch to Connor Shimmick. The right fielder will take strike number 1.
You know, I'm looking at the Dover outfield. You're looking at from left field to right. You're looking at Clark, Stolt, and Ham. You got 3 athletes that can run out there. So if New Philly's going to get hits in the outfield, they're going to have to hit line drives.
Yeah, or hit it over their head. As McCune will deliver pitch number 2, and coming up firing is McGarry, and it gets away from Tyler Little and goes into right field. Ben Ham quickly over to get it, and that keeps Brown at first base. But, McGarry coming up firing, Little unable to maybe have a hole down there in that glove.
Yeah, he tried to snap tag there a little quick. Those are mistakes you can't make in a rivalry game like this or a close game. Fortunately for the Tornadoes, or unfortunately for the Quakers, he had to stay at first.
McCune's 1-1 to Shimmick. Nice off-speed pitch. Away and a little bit low.
Slide step curveball there out of McCune, trying to hold the runner there. Nice change up in pace. That's what veteran pitchers do. They hold the ball, they change the pace and set the pace of the game. You change it up, it throws off the hitters and the runners. Nice job there by the veteran.
1-2 to Shimmick from Brennan McCune. Fastball, strike number 2, even the count. Again over at first base, Gage Brown, 1 down here in the top of the 4th inning from Dover City Park. No score between Dover and New Philadelphia. And, of course, powered here this afternoon by Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette.
We were down
and
there.
Bruce Walker says no on the
close
throw
on the
over.
pick. We were down there. I was down there with Joe earlier in the week, and Amici's brought some food up to the box, and it was wonderful. So thank you for Amici's.
Yeah, they do a great job, and they do a great job not just cooking the pies, but supporting high school sports and supporting Big Z sports here, in Tuscarawas County. Is strike number 3 from McCune, and another strikeout for McCune of Shimmick. And I'll tell you what, McCune just keeps on rolling.
The Dover student section down the left field line is letting the Quaker faithful have it there after that strikeout.
That's number 7 for Brennan McCune on the afternoon. 2 down now, and that brings up Mason Ricklick, the DH for the catcher, Gibbs. Ricklick will foul it back, and that goes off of the concession stand.
If you think about the Quaker base runners so far, one was an infield hit by Vandal, close play there at first, and the other, we got a hit, but that error by Duramuth there.
Yeah, and Brown had a hit.
Brown had a hit early. Yep.
Yeah, just not a lot of, not getting a lot on the baseball. Here is the New Philadelphia Quakers this afternoon. McCune just doing a great job as they get the snap throw from McGarry down to Little, and just unable to get Brown there at first base.
And the counterpart for Billman, he's holding his own too. Gave up 2 hits in the first, but no runs. And really, the Tornado offense hasn't done anything since.
Yeah, two-hitter right now for McCune as he gets the strike on Ricklick. So 1-2 the count to Mason Ricklick. McCune looking for strikeout number 8 to end the 4th inning. McCune gets a sign, delivers. Painted the outside corner but didn't get the call. And McGarry going to throw that one. Nobody over covering. A little bit of miscommunication between Dumermuth and Kelliker there as McGarry's ball goes into center field.
Yeah, it goes into center field. I think it was a little delayed steal there out of the Quakers, and it kind of surprised Dover. And he swipes second base and gets into scoring position. It's a perfect time to risk that with 2 strikes and 2 outs against McCune. You got to risk it a little bit, roll the dice.
3 stolen bases for the New Philadelphia Quakers, and strike 3 looking
right at the knees.
Mason Ricklick. Ricklick goes down looking, 8 strikeouts for McCune. No score from Dover City Park between Dover and New Philadelphia. We'll be back on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications right after this.
Claxon Custom Printing and Promotions is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Contact Casey Claxon or Judd Bone at claxonprinting.com for printed t-shirts, embroidery, and branded promotional products for your booster club or business.
We can also help your team set up an online fundraising store to sell your team apparel to fans across the country.
Visit claxonprinting.com or call 740-623-2145.
You're with Big Z Sports on 99.9 WTUZ.
Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications bringing you the Dover Tornadoes and New Philadelphia Quakers from Dover City Park, powered by Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. Chris Kale, Travis McClellan bringing you the game, and we move to the bottom of the 4th. Dover Tornadoes coming up. Mason Stolt going to lead off. Travis, this has been a pitcher's duel as McCune stands right in front of us, and he's going to get his chance to help himself out as he'll bat second in this lineup today.
It's been a pitcher's duel of the highest order, and it's been good baseball. Dover with their 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. If they're going to move, now's a great time for them to move. Billman's going to have to knuckle down and get them out.
Stolt, the center fielder,
Great start with the strike one from Billman there to Stolt.
Already 1 for 1 on the afternoon is Mason Stolt as he singled in the first inning, and he's going to wave at strike number 2 on the outside.
Billman keeping him off a balance there. First pitch fastball by him for a strike, and then throws the wrinkle in there, the curveball, strike 2.
Yeah, Billman has only allowed 2 hits as well, so both pitchers working on 2 hitters.
Working on 2 hitters, 1 and 2 here on Stolt.
The 1-2 pitch from Billman, fouled back to the screen. Mason Stolt staying alive. Brenton Billman, again, like we said, working on that 2-hitter. Both pitchers working on 2 hitters. Pretty impressive.
Both pitchers really impressive so far, hitting the strike zone early and often. Are both of them keeping them off balance. Billman really settled down, gave up 2 hits in that first inning, but no run. Has really dominated the Quaker or Tornado offense since then, going 3 up, 3 down in the second and third inning. We'll see what happens here in the fourth.
Yeah, Stolt fouled that one off up the third baseline.
Nice at bat by Stolt, seeing lots of pitches.
The Tornadoes have left 2 men on base, both of those in the first inning, as the pitch from Billman was a ball, so 2-2 the count. Quakers, I believe, have left 3 on base, so Billman's 2-2 pitch in the dirt, and we're full to Mason Stolt. So nice job by Stolt, fouling off a couple pitches, staying alive to work the full count on Billman.
Full count for Stolt. You're the leadoff batter. You got to sit dead red fastball here because you don't want to walk the first runner of the inning.
Billman's payoff pitch high and a walk.
Fastball high. What an at bat there for Stolt. Down 0-2, battles back and gets the walk. First runner on of the inning there, or first batter rather on of the inning. You get your leadoff runner on with your 4, 5, 6 coming up. You got to like your chances if you're Jeff Fondras.
Yeah, McCune, the cleanup batter, moves to the plate. He flied out to third base. Last time up, that was a sky shot. Almost hit the blimp if it would have been flying over today instead of yesterday.
Yeah, it was up there a bit. He got out on his front foot there and hit it way up in the air, but senior pitcher can help himself here with a hit.
Absolutely. Billman and McCune, the pitchers of record, battling on the hill and now at the plate, as they'll throw over to keep Stolt over there at first base.
When you're picking off there, sometimes you're not even picking off for out. You're just trying to control the pace of the game and let them know you're aware.
Billman readies, checks on Stolt. He'll fire to the plate. Off-speed pitch goes into dirt. That's going to put Stolt at second base.
Curveball in the dirt, and that's a tough chance there for Charlie Gibb. I think we got to go wild pitch there, Chris. I don't know about you. That hit the dirt and skipped by. You're the official scorer. I shouldn't step on your toes, but what a tough play there for Charlie Gibb.
Yeah, I agree. The wild pitch from Billman, and now we've got Stolt at second base. McCune at the plate with the 2-0. Going to be outside. They're going to stay away from him here, I believe. 3-0 now.
With the base open. You got to see if the Quakers are going to go after him or if they're going to go get him. But they're going to intentionally walk him. Not a bad move. However, you set up the double play ball for the defense, but the Quaker Tornadoes have their 2 runners on with nobody out.
Ben Ham will step in now, the right fielder. And we talked about Ham moving up this year, the sophomore, 286 average in 6 games. And, he had the ground out to the shortstop. Then he just moved over and stepped on second base there in the first inning to end inning number 1.
Does Ham bunt him over here? That's the question.
Yeah, we'll find out as
he's swinging away.
Pitch comes in, and a little bit low to Ben Ham is Billman's first pitch. So again, Ham with the ground out to Carter Vandal in the first inning. Vandal just stepped on second to retire the side, as the Tornadoes had 2 on, first and third. 1-1 pitch from Billman to the youngster, and he gets by. Probably going to call a pass ball there, right?
Yeah, I think that would be a pass ball there. I think he just missed it just a bit, and It was an outside pitch, but I think Gibb could have got to it. Mason Stolt, oddly enough, got a bad jump there. There might have been a play had he come up firing. Usually you don't, but now the Tornadoes move up. That takes out the double play, and Ham's up 2 balls and 2 a strike.
Ham will hit the ball lazily, but it's going to get over the head. It's going to drop. That's going to be an RBI single for Ben Ham, as sliding in at the plate will be Mason Stolt. He'll get the first run. All the way over to third is McCune.
We talked about Stolt's speed in the opener there. That didn't kick far away from Carter Vandal, but Stolt made it happen, slid in. Vandal's throw just a bit high, gets past Gibb. Great backup by Billman, perfect position. McCune moves to third for the Tornadoes.
Yep. The wild pitch from Brenton Billman leads to the
bloop. Would you call that a bloop?
Yeah, it was just a bloop.
C&I single?
the bloop single.
It goes down in the book as a rocket, right?
Yeah, right. However you want to put it.
The threat of the bunt there, Chris. Gage Brown was moved in just a bit, and it blooped right over his head. Vandal couldn't quite get there. Stoltz scores. McCune moves to third. Ham gets into second. 2 runners up for McGarry, the catcher. They could bust this game wide open with a single.
Yeah, absolutely. So the bloop single for Ben Ham, the RBI bloop single for Ben Ham, of course, advancing to second on the play over there at third base, as Gibbs tried to get McCune over there at first and was unable to do so. And with nobody out and a run in, that's going to bring Connor McGarry, the catcher, to the plate, as Billman will deliver it, and McGarry rips it to left field. It's going to get by. McGarry going to round first. That's going to score 2. McGarry will stop at second. A 2-run double for the catcher, Connor McGarry. Just seeded that one.
After the mound visit there, he threw him a first pitch fastball. McGarry jumped on it. If you remember in his first at-bat, he swung at a first pitch fastball. He's aggressive up there, smokes one down the left field line. Unfortunately for the Quakers, they couldn't come up with the ball. Could Logan Wallace, valiant effort, Chris, tried to dive and get it, couldn't come up with it. Connor strolls into second with a double.
Tornadoes now with a 3-0 lead. No outs here in the bottom of the fourth. 3 runs across the plate, 2 walks, and 2 hits for the Dover Tornadoes.
Really good drop block there by Charlie Gibb in the dirt there. Nice job by the catcher. That's a tough play to make. He did it well, keeping the runner at second.
Tyler Little at the plate for the Tornadoes. Billman will bring the 1-0. Thought it was going to be offered there by Little, but he pulled it back.
Pulled it back, 2-0. He's in the lead. Trying to move him over, play a little small ball here, trying to get him in with no outs.
I mean, why not, right? You got a 3-run lead. Just keep pecking away here as he will get the bunt down. It's going to be popped foul, or chopped foul, I should say, to the catcher, Gibbs. So strike number 1 on Tyler Little.
The thing about bunting is you got to bunt with your eyes, and you got to get that bat up there and tilt it up and bunt with your eyes. And then if you're a pitcher, you don't want to throw one right down the middle. Sometimes you like to throw curveballs if you know they're bunting. If you have command, we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, Billman will fire the 2-1 pitch to Tyler Little at the plate. And he'll try and get it down and kind of bounced it off the dish there. It went back behind the catcher.
He was trying to get it down there unsuccessfully. Now he's going to swing away, but the count's even 2-2.
Yep. 2-2, 3 runs across, 2 walks, a single and a double so far here in the bottom of the fourth for the Tornadoes. The youngster Kelliker coming up. He's on deck right in front of us. Billman will throw the off-speed pitch. It was fouled off by Tyler Little, and the count will stay at 2-2.
Billman has a nice curveball. He's really keeping the Tornadoes off balance. You can see him out on your front foot there, flailing away at that. Luckily enough for Tyler Little, he spoiled it over here and gets another pitch.
Billman will bring the 2-2 pitch to the plate. Little will hammer it down the third base line. They'll check the runner, throw over to first, and record the out. Nice play by Harstein to get out number 1.
The Quakers there get the ground ball there to the third baseman, looks him back. Harstein does a great job of looking him back so McGarry can't advance, and fires a strike over to first and gets the out.
So standing over at second base, still Connor McGarry with that 2 RBI double. And the youngster Kelliker will come to the plate. He'll see pitch number 1, little outside 1-0 the count on the second baseman, freshman Ethan Kelliker, who struck out swinging on 3 pitches his first time at the plate. Pitch number 2 is nailed down the left field line. That's deep, Travis, and it's going to be over the head.
McGarry
over the head of Wallace.
See if they send him.
McGarry going to round third.
Missed
Kelliker
the cutoff.
in to second with an RBI double. And how about the first hit of the youngster's career? And it is an RBI double.
Looked like a
for
one-hopper
Ethan
off
Kelliker.
the fence down the line for Kelliker. McGarry rounds third. The catcher gets in there. They missed the cutoff. He scores fairly easily sliding in. Kelliker staying on second base for the Tornadoes. Billman here got to knuckle down and get an out. There's only 1 out. Tornadoes still have runner in scoring position. You have to think it's going to be tough sledding with McCune on the hill.
Evan Clark to the plate. He'll take pitch number 1. He'll bunt it off up the third base line. Foul. He lined out to Carter Vandal to end inning number 3. And now he'll bat here in inning number 4.
Not a bad look for Clark there as Harstein was back a little bit, and we talked in the pregame. He can run a little bit. Not a bad look. We'll see what he does here.
The freshman comes through for the Tornadoes as he's standing down at second base. First career hit. He was 0 for 12 coming into this one in 7 games, Travis, and he gets the RBI double.
Yeah, we talked about what the rivalry does. You either step up or it crushes you. Right there, Kelliker stepped up and ripped one down the line.
The 0-0 to Clark. Actually, it was the 0-2, or 0-1 to Clark. Now it's 0-2.
Clark here behind in the count. You'd like to see him put it in play if you're the Tornadoes. If you're the Quakers, you need the punch out here.
Yeah, Billman needs the punch out. He fires it high for ball number 1.
What an epic battle here between both sides, Chris. What an enjoyable day to watch some baseball.
4-0 Tornadoes with 4 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. And strikeout for Billman. He needed that one as he gets the strikeout swinging of Evan Clark, and that is out number 2. I believe that's the second strikeout for Billman.
Billman there with the K. He's pitched a great game. They got to him this inning, but he's really pitched well. He had 2-hitter coming in the game and really cruising until this inning.
Off-speed pitch to Aiden Hall, and he'll wave at that one. Back in the grounded out in the 3rd inning for out number 2, and he had the single, got all the way over to 3rd in the 1st inning. So 1 for 2 on the afternoon is Aiden Hall, the junior. He'll shoot it up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Kelliker going to round 3rd. He's going to come home. The play at the plate. Kelliker is in there, and the RBI from Aiden Hall.
2-out base knock up the middle.
Call that a single in the
single
throw in.
Yep. I call that a single. He moved up on the throw. Kelliker got a good jump there. Did the youngster off second base after the secondary lead, and he scores. There was a throw, but it really wasn't that close. The Quakers come in there and got it pretty quickly. Did Mason Ricklick, but not to be. The Tornadoes take the 5-0 lead.
5-0, 2 down now. Billman trying to get this final out. Off-speed pitch.
I'm sorry, Caden O'Neill in center field. My fault.
Yes, Caden O'Neill in center field. Dumermuth at the plate, the shortstop. He had the sacrifice bunt, 0 for 1 on the afternoon.
Really nice curveball out of Billman.
Yeah.
He's thrown a nice curveball today, did Brenton Billman.
Yeah, Dumermuth had the sacrifice bunt in the 1st inning. He grounded out 4-3 in the 3rd, and that's going to be strike number 2 from Billman. Yeah, this is the 9th batter in the inning, Trav.
Yeah, they really, he's held them down the first 3 innings, but they've busted loose here. Back-to-back curveballs out of Billman. You're almost going to maybe see a 3rd here.
Looking for the punch out. He gives the fastball. His runner was away at second. That was Aiden Hall. Hall was on his way to 3rd. The ball was fouled off by Dumermuth.
Dumermuth, the junior shortstop here, down in the count 1-2 with 2 outs. If you're Jeff Fondress, you'd like another 2-out base knock here and can score the speedy Hall from second.
Yeah, only 7 at bats coming into this one was, or no, I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah, he's the junior. No, he's got 378 average. I looked at the wrong sheet. As Dumermuth going to bounce it over to third base.
Harstein picks
put
it
out
up
by Harstein, and he'll record the out. So
the Tornadoes hang 5.
5 runs for the Dover Tornadoes. A pair of walks, 4 hits for the Tornadoes as they lead 5-0. They get 5 in the bottom of the 4th. We head to the top of the 5th. Quakers coming up, of course, right here on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications. We'll be back right after this.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products, ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
You're with Big Z Sports on 99.9 WTUZ.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Travis McClellan, Chris Kale here with you, Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications, bringing you the Dover Tornadoes, New Philadelphia Quakers, brought to you by Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. The Tornadoes get a 5 spot in the bottom of the 4th. They take the 5-0 lead over the New Philadelphia Quakers as we head to the top of the 5th. Travis, and Billman did a nice job on the mound through 3. He couldn't get through 4.
No, he held him down the first inning, gave up 2 hits, but held in there tough, got through, and then really cruised through the 2nd and 3rd inning. The Tornadoes busted it open there in the 4th. I imagine the Quakers are going to go to the bullpen here in the 5th inning. We'll see what happens, but McCune was on the sidelines a while there, Chris. Let's see if it affects him at all.
Yeah, he absolutely was, as McCune will go back to work. At the plate is Caden O'Neill. O'Neill struck out in his first at-bat in the 2nd inning as he'll see strike number 1 from Brennan McCune.
We know O'Neill's an athlete. He plays a nice center field for the Quakers.
Yes, he does. The 0-1 is now 1-1 from Brennan McCune. McCune on the hill doing a nice job. Like you said, the senior Division I prospect. He bounces that one in the dirt. 2-1, the count on Caden O'Neill, the center fielder. O'Neill batting .273 this year, 5 RBI, 8 runs scored, 7 stolen bases by the speedster, as he's going to shoot that one deep fly ball to the gap, but a little bit too high and being put out by Mason Stolt there in center field. Just a little bit too high. Right spot, just under it a little bit was O'Neill.
Yeah, like we alluded to before, O'Neill made good contact there, pulled the ball there a little bit to left center, but the Tornado outfielders can fly, and that was a little bit too much air underneath it.
How about this as we get the pitch to Harstein here? Is Harstein going to shoot that one foul up the first base line to take the 0-1 count? The New Philadelphia Quakers get 2 runs on the softball side of things. They lead the Dover Tornadoes in the bottom of the 6th inning over our left shoulder.
A tight one over there on field 7.
Absolutely. As McCune will get strike number 1.
10 fields here at Dover City Park, a nice complex for them.
Yeah, it's always been nice to come up here. I ride my bike up here when, all the way over from the boulevard when I'm on my bike rides in the spring and summer. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed by Brendan Harstein for strike number 2.
No, that was strike 3 there, Chris.
Oh, that was 3. Yeah. Oh, my bad.
We missed one. It was the foul ball there, but
I did. I feel like a ding dong.
Well, we all make
you're giving me the hook.
Yeah, that was
goodness gracious.
2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th for the Tornadoes.
Well, thank you. 9 strikeouts now for McCune.
Maurer up, and interesting enough, with 2 outs, he tries to bunt his way on there, pulls it back, but gets the strike called anyway.
Strike 2 on Maurer. Drew Maurer, the strikeout looking in his first at bat back in the 3rd. He bats here in the 5th. He's 0-2 from McCune. In the dirt, bounced it in the dirt. 1-1 to Maurer.
You get the feeling that McCune's starting to find his rhythm again here, and that could be dangerous.
That could be trouble. The 1-2, skied to the left fielder, and Clark is under it and retires the side. So the Quakers go in order. Tornadoes coming to bat, leading 5-0. Bottom of the 5th inning right after this on 99.9 WTUZ, Big Z Sports, and Claxon Communications.
Hey there, sports fans. When it comes to taking care of the vehicle that transports your team, you expect it to be done with speed and accuracy. This is Phil Miller from the Parkway Quick Lane. When it comes to servicing your team's vehicle, let my team at Parkway Quick Lane deliver you the winning combination to keep your vehicle on the road and safe. If your vehicle needs to get off the sideline and back in the game, visit the Parkway Quick Lane for your next service appointment.
You found it. Big Z Sports on 99.9 WTUZ.
Chris Cale, Travis McClellan back here with you from Dover City Park. The Dover Tornadoes leading the New Philadelphia Quakers 5-0 as we reach the bottom of the 5th inning here in Dover City Park. Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications bringing you the game. Of course, powered by Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. Travis McCune stepping to the on-deck circle right in front of us. And Mason Stolt going to be up now, leading things off here in the 5th, and McCune just dominant on the hill this afternoon.
Yeah, he's throwing real well. And the senior, if you're a senior, you want a chance at your rival. Toledo's looking at him among other schools, and that's what you want, and he's lived up to every bit of that.
So the 1-0 from Billman is strike number 1. So 1-1 the count now on Mason Stolt. Brenton Billman on the mound had a good first 3 innings and couldn't get through inning number 4, and now this one's laced over the head in left field. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Rounding first and into second is Mason Stolt with a stand-up double. So Stolt ripped that one over the head of Wallace in left field.
Yeah, he got out and sent that up in the jet stream there. One hops the fence and an easy stand-up double for Stolt. And now McCune gets a chance to help himself here again with a runner on first, nobody out.
Third double of the ball game for the Dover Tornadoes. Brennan McCune, the pitcher, he walked and scored back in the 4th. He flied out in the 1st inning as he'll send that one up the third base line. So Billman readies on the mound. He'll get the sign. Takes a look over at second base. He'll fire the 0-1, and way out in front of it was McCune there, Travis.
Yeah, and that's that nice curveball we've seen all day out of Billman there. He's really got a nice curveball. He's battling out there. He really, like we talked about, pitched well for 3 innings, gave up 5 runs last inning, but really he's a warrior out there on the bump.
Yeah, and we thought that they might pull the hook on him, but they decided to throw him back out there in the 5th.
That shows you his mettle and character out there, that he's going back out there and going back to battle with his troops.
The 1-1, or actually the 0-2, is skied up from McCune, and under it is the shortstop Vandal. And he'll retire the pitcher for out number 1.
McCune out on that front foot there, skies the ball. Good job pitching, keeping him off balance from Brenton Billman.
Vandal making the easy out for out number 1. Mason Stolt still over at second base. And Ben Ham, the right fielder, will step in now. Ham singled and scored back in the 4th inning. He was the 3rd run to cross the plate. Unassisted ground out in the 1st inning.
Good drop block again out of Charlie Gibb there, keeping the runner at second.
The 1-0 from Billman. And he'll check off over at Stolt, second base. Nobody was there covering.
You can do that inside move to second and not throw, and Billman took advantage of it there.
Billman readies. And he'll fire. Ball low to Ben Ham. So 2-0 to Ben Ham.
Ham in control here, 2-0. They've got to probably look fastball here.
Billman readies the 2-0 pitch. Little off speed, nice pitch.
You have confidence in that curveball. You're down in the count.
That's a beauty.
2-0, and you're going to throw a curveball for a strike. Great job there by Billman.
That was almost looked like the Ephus pitch, you know.
Back to back, he backed it up 2-2.
Yes, he did.
That's his out pitch, I think, and he really has confidence in that and throwing it for a strike. And their pitching coach over there really calling a good game.
And he'll come to the plate. and fouled off by Ben Ham. So the count remains at 2-2. You know, when you play Major League Baseball on your PlayStation or whatever, you throw that ephus pitch.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That was my out pitch.
Yeah. little the show.
Yeah, exactly. Is that ball fouled off by Ham? That was a fun game,
That
man.
was a fun game, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
The 2-2 from Billman as he tries to get out of this one. One down, runner at second for the Tornadoes. The 2-2 is swung on a miss, strike
again.
3.
Just kicks away.
And they will not get the out down there at second.
That's going to go down as a strikeout for Billman, but he does not get the out on the board. So, you know, just a little error, if you will, there on the catcher, and they don't get him. They get a base runner. The only good positive for the Quakers there is Stolt didn't advance, so it's first and second, one out.
3 strikeouts now for Billman.
A little running mistake there for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, absolutely. As Billman will now face Connor McGarry, the catcher, who is 1 for 2 on the afternoon, had the 2-run double.
Yeah, the double down the line last time.
Kind of one of those leading candidates for our Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications player of the game so far here in the 5th, as he's going to slap that one up the third base line and foul.
Billman throws that first pitch curveball for a strike there and then comes back with a fastball, backs it up, keeping the Tornado hitters off balance here.
So 2 on for the Tornadoes. Strike number 2 on McGarry as he fans at that nasty off-speed pitch there by Billman. And you called it. I mean, just he can be nasty on the mound. He just couldn't get out of that 4th inning.
No, you know, sometimes one inning really does you in, and so far that proves to be the difference.
The 1-2 to McGarry, and he
Close
laid
pitch,
off.
But low in the strike zone there. McGarry lives to fight another day, and I know Billman wanted that low strike, but Big John says nope.
2-2. Billman will fire to Connor McGarry. The off-speed pitch in the dirt. Nice job again by Gibbs on the stop there.
You can see why he's the defensive catcher there. I understand he's being hit for, but you can see why he is the catcher.
Yeah, doing a really nice job back there. The payoff pitch. Curveball in the dirt. And that's going to be a walk for Connor McGarry as he worked it full. And now the pond is full for the Dover Tornadoes.
Loaded up for the junior, Tyler Little, the first baseman.
Tyler Little steps in. He's 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. Fly out in the 2nd inning. He grounded out in the 4th. He'll step to the plate in the 5th with a 5-0 lead and base chock full of Tornadoes. Billman will fire. Outside, ball number 1 on Tyler Little.
If you're Tyler Little, you have to sit dead red fastball here. There's nowhere to put you, and they know Billman has to come after you. All you want is a ball in play. Fly ball, hard ground ball through, something like that.
Little will take ball number 2.
Fastball
so definitely count in Little's favor. The 2-0 from Billman. He'll fire and fouled off near the Quaker dugout.
I'll say this, you sit dead red, but Billman's curveball is devastating. He can throw that for a strike at any time.
Yeah, the 2-1. Billman readies, and he'll deliver to Little. The 2-1 pitch. Curveball, strike 2.
That evens the count at 2-2.
Well, you called that one, didn't you?
Yeah, his curveball is definitely nice.
The 2-2 pitch from Billman to Tyler Little with the bases chock full of Tornadoes, and the ball is skied back behind the screen and out of play.
Had him out on the front foot on that off-speed pitch, but Little fights it off, gets another pitch.
Mason Stolt stands at third. Ben Ham at second after the strikeout, but was allowed to go down to first and fouled off again by Tyler Little. So Ham's at second, and Connor McGarry just walked. He's at first base. The youngster, the freshman Ethan Kelliker, who doubled an RBI double, stands on the on-deck circle. Strike 3 from Billman. Got him looking. Nice pitch by Billman, and he needed that one.
He needed that one bad. A nice pitch by him. Not ideal if you're the Tornadoes in that situation. Even a ball in play gets you a run. But unfortunately for the Tornadoes and fortunately for the Quakers, a big out. 2 outs now. Base is still chock full.
And if he would have got that strikeout of Ham, they'd be out of this inning.
Yeah, that's a pitcher's nightmare when you get the strikeout and it's a drop third strike and they get the first base. And but he's really done well coming back from that.
Right. Stolt at third, Ham at second, McGarry at first, and the youngster Kelliker at the plate with the 1-1 count, the freshman.
Big double out of him last time.
Yeah, his first career varsity hit. He'll take strike number 2 on the outside.
If the Quakers can get out of this with no damage, they'll consider it a victory in this inning.
The 1-2 from Billman to Kelliker, swung on and missed.
Pumped the fastball right by him.
Strike 3 is Billman. Gets out of that one with technically 3 strikeouts that inning, but he only got credited for 2. As we move on to the 6th inning, Tornadoes lead the Quakers 5-0. Big Z Sports, Classic Communications. We'll be back right after this.
Are you looking for a local propane supplier? TMK Valley Propane would like to offer you our hassle-free guarantee. We can provide you excellent service with automatic fill options, budget plans, and easy delivery. Let TMK show you how we take the hassle out of your winter heating needs. Give us a call today for a free site evaluation, 330-897-3911.
All the way with TMK. Service with a personal touch.
Now, back to Big Z Sports on 99.9.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Big Z Sports and Classic Communications bringing you the Dover Tornadoes and New Philadelphia Quakers in the rematch. Powered by Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. And 4-1 now. The New Philadelphia Lady Quakers beating Dover over,
that's what I'm hearing.
Over our left shoulder. So the Tornadoes, it kind of flip-flopped, right?
Yeah.
When myself and Joe Geckler called the softball game over there, the Tornadoes got the win in extra innings.
Yeah.
And, New Philadelphia, the boys got the win in extra innings. Well, today it's kind of lopsided.
Yeah.
The Quaker girls getting the win and the Dover boys getting the win on lopsided scores right now.
You got to call it over there, and I believe it was on a Matty D bomb, correct?
Matty D
over
bomb.
the right field wall.
Yes, sir. It sure was. As, again, the Dover Tornadoes, they've actually left 6 runners on base and got 5 runs across the plate. So moving back to the top of the order is Carter Vandal for the New Philadelphia Quakers here to start the 6th.
Infield hit last time up for Carter Vandal. Joe Burley down to 3rd.
9 strikeouts for McCune as he delivers a strike to Carter Vandal to start off inning number 6. McCune in control on the mound. Fire a little bit high there. And 1 ball and 1 strike to Carter Vandal. Vandal had the base hit his last time up in the 3rd and also stole second base. And he flied out in the 1st.
If you're Coach Tyler from the Quakers, you think you probably have to go this inning with your top of the lineup going on and McCune on the mound. You got the top coming. You think you probably have to go this inning.
Yeah, I agree. As Vandal is 1 for 2 on the afternoon with a stolen base. And the 2-2 offering rather from McCune is fouled up the third base line. Staying alive is Carter Vandal.
Vandal spoils that fastball out of play. He wants to get a new pitch there, live the fight another day. If you don't like it, spoil it, get another pitch. Great job there by Vandal.
Carter Vandal against Brennan McCune. McCune's 2-2 offering is chopped right back to McCune. McCune, a little dribbler, he'll flip over to Tyler Little at first base.
Excuse me, chopper there back to the mound.
Yeah, I don't think he meant contact there, but nonetheless it happened.
And what you saw out of McCune there, he did a good job. He raced over there, even though he fielded it to get the underhanded toss. To make no mistake, he didn't play that lazy. He got the out there to Tyler Little.
Logan Wallace, the left fielder, 0 for 2 on the afternoon. He'll step in McCune's first pitches. Looking at the high heat there.
That was some high gas there, and he swung so hard he blew some dirt on the plate and had to clean it off.
Right. But he didn't swing.
No.
So Wallace Stands back in, the lefty. McCune delivers, strike one. So 1-1 the count to Logan Wallace, the left fielder. Again, 0 for 2 on the afternoon. He struck out in the first inning, and he grounded out in the third. Strike number 2 from McCune.
I'll say this about McCune. He stays down in the strike zone. If you stay down, you don't get hurt a lot, and he does a good job pitching in the lower part of the zone.
The 1-2. Ooh. He wanted that one.
He wanted that
from
one.
home plate umpire John Kay, and John said no.
Big John said no, but McCune liked it.
McCune, the 2-2 offering to Wallace. He'll pop it up, and it's going to be out of play behind the Dover dugout.
Connor McGarry, the junior catcher, runs over to take a peek, but out of play. Live to fight another day.
So McCune will head back to the mound. Wallace will step back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 5-0 Tornadoes. Top of the 6th here from Dover City Park. And the 2-2 is fouled off down the third base line. Chris Cale, Travis McClellan.
That him too.
You're both. You're McClellan
I'll be
and
anything
McClellan.
You want. Yeah.
Here with you. And, of course, everything being brought to you by Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette here from Dover City Park. Big Z Sports, Claxon Communications. The 2-2 offering from McCune is fouled back once again
and really,
by Logan Wallace.
If you're not checking out the video here and the work by Claxon Communications, they have 5 cameras out here in different angles. You don't see this much in high school baseball. It's top-notch work, and we get to see it on the screen here, but it is really impressive. Check them out.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you go and subscribe to that YouTube page.
It's
WTUZ Big Z Sports is strikeout number 10 for McCune.
McCune hits double digits there with the high strikeout, and 2 down in the top of the 6th for the Quakers. They got to get rolling here if they want to get to McCune.
Yeah, it's time's winding down as Brenton Billman, the opposing pitcher, going to step in. Yeah, you know, Perk's got that he's got that sky cam over there.
Yeah.
You just don't see that out of a production team in a smaller community. You might see that, you go up to Cleveland or something, but you don't see that around here. Nobody around here has a sky cam.
No.
Nobody but Claxon Communications.
Top notch. You got 5 cameras in total at a high school baseball game, and the Dover-Philly rivalry deserves the best, and that's what Claxon Communications is.
Absolutely. As Brenton Billman, the opposing pitcher, down 0-2 to McCune. McCune looking for strikeout number 11, and he'll get it.
The high cheese.
Strike 3. Brendan McCune. The high cheddar.
I think McCune said, "Here it is. See if you can hit it." And
Billman
wasn't quite
said,
up to the task there.
So that's going to do it for the Quakers in the top of the 6th. No runs, no hits, 2 strikeouts. That's 11 for McCune. And Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications, presented by Amici's Pizza. We'll be back right after this.
Buying a home has never been so affordable with record low interest rates. Hartzler's Quality Housing is ready to put over 40 years of experience to work for you. Family owned and operated since 1978, Hartzler's has a wide selection of model homes on site with a knowledgeable team to help make your new home a reality. Open 6 days a week. Visit them off I-77 in Dover or online at hartzlers.com. Hartzler's Quality Housing. Quality from start to finish.
You found it. Big Z Sports on 99.9 WTUZ.
High school baseball on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications, powered by Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. Again, a special thanks to Kent State Tuscarawas, First National Bank of Denison as an associate sponsor, and the Tornado faithful down there on the right field line. Good to see a student section back at baseball games. We got to have that student section at that New Philadelphia basketball game the first time. Man, I'll tell you what. And you know what else is cool? Is I got told that I get to go to the Indianapolis 500 again with 135,000 of my friends. So I'm excited about that.
That's one of your Super Bowls,
This will be number 31 for me. So I'm excited.
That's one of your Super Bowls, if I'm not mistaken.
It absolutely is. As Evan Clark will step in the bottom of the 6th to lead things off for the Tornadoes. Billman still on the mound as Clark will foul it off up the third base line. Bottom of the 6th, Tornadoes 5-0 as they get all 5 runs in the 4th inning. Evan Clark lined out and struck out in his last 2 at-bats. The 0-1 from Billman. Swung on and missed by Clark.
Fastball in the dirt there. Clark couldn't go down and get it. He's down in the count 0-2, looking to start the Tornadoes off with a hit.
Billman will fire and deliver the 0-2, low and outside to Clark.
Clark, the senior left fielder, can run if he can get a ball in play here.
Looking for strikeout number 6 is Billman as he'll fly it. Does Clark down the third base line and out of play. So remaining 0-2.
Wallace and Harstein give chase, but out of play there.
Actually 1-2.
Out of play there for Clark. 1-2. Nobody out.
Billman will fire the 1-2 pitch to Evan Clark. The senior. Off speed. Clark's going to slap it right to the shortstop. Easy play for Carter Vandal to retire Evan Clark for out number 1 here in the 6th.
Vandal soaked that up, who's played a real nice defensive game for the Quakers as the sophomore shortstop.
Absolutely he has. As we move back to the top of the order, Aiden Hall will bat here in the 6th. Been up 3 times already. He had the single back in the 1st, grounded out in the 3rd, and singled in the 4th. So 2 for 3. Pretty good day for Aiden Hall, the junior, as he takes strike number 1 from Billman. Billman will fire. Evens the count at 1-1.
Billman likes to back up those curveballs back-to-back there. 1 for a strike, 1 for a ball. Even count here for Aiden Hall.
Billman does have that nice curveball. He throws it again, and it falls away to the outside part of the plate on the right-hander. And now the count at 2-1. Billman will deliver. He'll fire the fastball, and he'll get strike number 2.
That was right down the heart there. Nice push there by Billman.
And he's doing a nice job of changing things up. The Tornadoes just doing a nice job at the plate of capitalizing on it.
He's doing a great job of changing it up.
Ball's hit over to Vandal. Vandal will make the play on it. He's not going to get there. Infield hit on it for Aiden Hall. As Carter Vandal tried to backhand that one and get it over, but just a little slow roller kind of in the gap.
In the gap there. He backhands it. Nothing he could do there with the speed of Hall, but you talked about Billman changing it up. He did so well. That's why you didn't see Hall swing at that fastball down the middle. He's changing it up so well. Had him off balance. Hall gets the base hit, infield hit.
He's 3 for 4 on the day. 1 out. Bottom of 6, 5-0 Tornadoes. Billman will fire that curveball in for a strike on Matt Dumermuth.
Pitcher's best friend, first pitch strike. Curveball there.
And he's been throwing that curve a lot more than he did early in the game. Once he started to get in trouble, it seems like that's his out pitch.
He's very comfortable with that pitch in the strike zone.
As he'll fire it again. Now a steal attempt for Hall, and he's going to be in there. Stolen base for Aiden Hall.
Swipes it pretty easy there, did Hall.
Aiden Hall has 5 steals. That was steal number 6 on the year for Aiden Hall.
Walker talking to Hall about touching the baseball there. It looked like Hall was trying to flip it to Vandal, but Bruce out there says, no, don't touch the baseball.
Absolutely. First stolen base of the afternoon for the Dover Tornadoes puts Aiden Hall down at second base. Dumermuth, the 1-1 count from Billman, is lined up to center field. Going to have to charge hard to make a play on that is the center fielder, Caden O'Neill. And he does. Had a long way to go there.
Caden O'Neill went a long way, and he's an athlete to do that. Comes in and gets it, and Hall can advance for the Tornadoes. They need a 2-out hit out of Stolt if they want to put another run on the board.
So Stolt walked and scored back in the 4th. He had a single back in the 1st inning, and he doubled last time up in the 5th. So 2 for 2 with a walk is Stolt, and he'll take ball number 1. Mason Stolt, the center fielder.
Stolt has been on base a few times today. Got on base and scored once, and on that little blue pit, and he's devastated on the base paths as well. The one thing this Tornado team has, they are young with only 2 seniors, but they have some speed.
Yes, absolutely. Is a beautiful curveball there by Billman again. Dropped right off the table as he'll fire the 1-1. Kind of checked on Hall over there at second base.
Little inside move there, but nothing there for the Quakers.
Billman checks, he'll set, he'll fire, he throws the curveball, and it's going to go to the screen. Hall's going to go on the wild pitch over to third.
Sort of an unlucky bounce there for the Quakers. It hit the front of the plate and bounced over Charlie Gibbs' head. Nothing you could do there. Going to be a wild pitch, but I think Gibbs had a beat on it. Had it not jumped over his head, that's baseball for you.
So a wild pitch. That's the second wild pitch of the day, plus a pass ball on Gibbs. As the going to go in for strike number 2 on Stolt.
Coach Fonders did not like that call there out of Big John, and he just has to walk away down the left field line a little bit.
Billman, the 2-2 pitch. Fastball, strike 3. Oh, he got a piece of it. He did get a piece of it.
Foul tip there, got a piece, and it went under 5-hole there on Gibbs.
5-0 Tornadoes here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Billman. He'll throw it high. It's going to go back to the screen. That's going to push the count full, and Aiden Hall stays at third. So Mason Stolt has a full count. Brenton Billman trying to get the out. Hall at third. 2 down. Billman fires. Strike 3 looking on Mason Stolt. Beautiful pitch by Brenton Billman to get out number 3. So the Tornadoes get a hit. No runs, 1 man left on base. And we've reached the end of 6. The Tornadoes lead 5-0 from Dover City Park. Big Z Sports Claxon Communications will return right after this.
This is Jim Smucker, president of Keim in downtown Charm, Ohio. By now, we hope you are aware of our local next-day delivery service. We call it Local Express. You simply call us to place your order, and those items will be on your doorstep the very next day. Now that's Keim time. The new catalog is available at keimhome.com, and you can call 330-893-5030 to place your order today. That's 330-893-5030. When you think Keim, think lumber plus everything you need to make a house a home.
Now, back to Big Z Sports on 99.9.
Welcome back to Big Z Sports.
Skycam.
Yes, the
Skycam up there. Yeah.
Who else has that? Nobody does, but Claxon Communications and Greg Perkins. Perk Video does too. I should say it'd be 2, right?
I heard from Perk that thing can go 20 feet in the air. So
right.
he's got the
awesome.
Skycam there, the bird's eye view, if you will, out of Perk.
Absolutely. Big Z Sports, Claxon Communications bringing you the Dover Tornadoes and New Philadelphia Quakers from Dover City Park. Chris Cale, Travis McClellan with you as we go to the top of the 7th inning with the Tornadoes leading 5-0. And Quakers going to have to start chipping away. Time's running out.
Yeah, they're going to have to get their first runner on here to gain some momentum. I think really if the Tornadoes get that first out, I just think that momentum stalls. If the Quaker can get a runner on, you build momentum. It's a tall task to go against McCune. He looked like he caught his rhythm the last couple innings. He's been piling up the strikeouts.
Yeah, Gage Brown is 1 for 1. He reached on an error and stole a base back in the 4th inning. He had a single back in inning number 2. So 1 for 1, reached on an error for Brown as he'll see the first pitch from McCune, and it's high for ball number 1.
Yeah, I believe there's an error on the shortstop, Matthew Duren was there early.
E6.
Yep, E6,
yeah. Absolutely. As big heat there, a little bit inside, maybe a little high there from McCune.
I'll say this, Big John has a tight zone, but it has been consistent.
Yeah, he's done a nice job behind the plate. The 2-0. Strike 1.
All you can ask for as a player is consistency. Yeah. You'll adjust, and that's sure been the day that he's done a nice job back there.
Yeah, absolutely. You're 100% right. That's all you want is consistency out of that's what you want in life. Is ball number 3 there to Brown. If you're just consistent, then we can adjust how we operate, and that's what these kids do on the field. And it's nice to have an umpire back there who calls a game like that, as the ball's going to be fouled back behind us. And almost hits the young lady at the concession stand.
She almost got it, but it did not hit the blue Ford F-150.
It did not. It did not. So the 3-2, full count pitch from McCune. DeBrown is slapped to the second baseman. Easy play right there over to Tyler Little. And that was Kelliker as he makes the play. The freshman as he records out number 1.
He's had a nice impact on this game. As Kelliker, he got the big double down the line, scored a run. A couple nice plays at second there. Nice showing there from the freshman.
It's going to be hard to pick a Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications player of the game. I mean, You got McCune on the mound who's done a nice job. You've got Mason Stolt who's done a great job. Kelliker, the youngster, has done a great job. Aiden Hall. So slapped up the middle. Nice play there.
Smooth play there by Matthew Dumermuth.
By Dumermuth, yes, as he retires Connor Shimmick. Shimmick bounced it right to him, and a nice play by Dumermuth, who fires over to Little to record out number 2, just what the Tornadoes needed. Is the DH Ricklick now will step in for Gibbs. Gibbs, the catcher, of course, Ricklick DHing for him. Struck out in both at-bats, did Ricklick. Struck out swinging in the second, looking in the fourth, and he'll bounce this one right back to McCune. McCune, the easy toss to Little for out number 3. So they'll retire the side 1, 2, 3. Does Brennan McCune. He's rolling here this afternoon with 11 strikeouts, and that is going to be it.
The ball game, as they say there. McCune just kind of cruised through the last few innings there, and unfortunately, because of circumstances, you don't get to shake hands, but you tip the hat.
You tip the hat. That's cool.
The old school Canal Dover Redlegs huzzah, as they say. But it was a great game by McCune off the mound, and really an enjoyable game to call on both sides.
Yeah, it's tough to pick a Big Z Sports player of the game, as we'll figure that out when we go to break. But nonetheless, the Dover Tornadoes get the 5-0 win over the New Philadelphia Quakers. They get revenge, and they split the series between the two schools. As we wrap things up, the Tornadoes with the 5-0 victory, and it really, for the Tornadoes, all came in the fourth inning, where all 5 runs crossed the plate in that big fourth inning, and Brenton Billman just couldn't get out of that fourth. And that's pretty much where it's at.
He was cruising until the fourth inning, and then the Tornado offense put 5 up, and that was the difference in the game.
Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll total up our stats, come back, and we'll try and talk to our player of the game. Maybe we'll even talk to Coach Fondras right after this timeout on Big Z Sports and Clax Communications. We'll be back right after this.
This is Jim Smucker, president of Keim in downtown Charm, Ohio. By now, we hope you are aware of our local next-day delivery service. We call it Local Express. You simply call us to place your order, and those items will be on your doorstep the very next day. Now that's Keim time. The new catalog is available at keimhome.com, and you can call 330-893-5030 to place your order today. That's 330-893-5030. When you think Keim, think lumber plus everything you need to make a house a home.
Pizza is most everyone's favorite, and you have plenty of choices. But there's just something different about a pizza from Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. Amici's Pizza takes pizza to an all-new level. You can get a traditional Italian pizza or try one of their delicious specialty pizzas. And everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. It doesn't get any better than Amici's Pizza, Kirk Street, West Lafayette. Big city taste for a small town price.
At Gillen Body Shop, they know that when their business is needed, it's never planned, and that can cause you quite the inconvenience. That's why Gillen Body Shop makes the process as easy as possible for you by making sure the work is completed right the first time. And Gillen Body Shop's experienced staff gives all completed work a 100% guarantee. So when those unplanned repairs to your vehicle are needed, there's only one choice. Gillen Body Shop on Cary Avenue in New Philly, or find them on Facebook.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
The First National Bank of Denison appreciates the hard work and dedication area athletes exhibit to be the best they can be for their team. We follow that same philosophy with our customers, working hard to build personal relationships and making our services convenient. The First National Bank of Denison's community involvement is important to us, and we love supporting our local schools. The First National Bank of Denison, with offices in Denison, Dover, Jeanette and Hutton, South Broadway, and Schunbrunn and New Philadelphia. We have our roots where others have their branches. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Pizza is most everyone's favorite, and you have plenty of choices. But there's just something different about a pizza from Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. Amici's Pizza takes pizza to an all-new level. You can get a traditional Italian pizza or try one of their delicious specialty pizzas. And everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. It doesn't get any better than Amici's Pizza, Kirk Street, West Lafayette. Big city taste for a small town price.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Claxon Custom Printing and Promotions is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Contact Casey Claxon or Judd Bone at claxonprinting.com for printed t-shirts, embroidery, and branded promotional products for your booster club or business.
We can also help your team set up an online fundraising store to sell your team apparel to fans across the country.
Visit claxonprinting.com or call 740-623-2145.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
Now, back to Big Z Sports on 99.9.
Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications returning to Dover City Park. Chris Cale, Travis McClellan here, and we are going to be joined by our Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications player of the game, of course, the senior hurler on the mound, Brennan McCune, as the Dover Tornadoes get the 5-0 win over the New Philadelphia Quakers here this afternoon. And, man, I'll tell you what, you were stout on the mound. You found your stuff early. Talk about your game.
Just game plan was go out, throw strikes, keep everything in the zone, and I feel like that's what I did tonight.
Well, absolutely. I mean, at the plate, you've been a beast at the plate also tonight. Couple of pop-ups in some key situations, but you let your arm dictate everything from the mound. Congratulations on a great win. Just talk to me about how, you kind of mixed up your stuff a little bit, kept them off pace with hitting the corners, hitting your spots where you needed to. 11 strikeouts. Just talk to me about that. Is that kind of the game plan coming in? Is just keep them off balance, kind of mix up your stuff, hit the corners, those sort of things? Yeah, absolutely. Senior, obviously you go over to Philly, you lose that game, and a heartbreaker over there. I know that sucked. But to be able to come back and kind of get revenge, your final game against New Philadelphia, talk about the rivalry and what's meant to you for the last 4 years.
It's just been a big rivalry for me. As a freshman, I was on varsity. I was lucky enough to be there. And I was lucky enough to play, and every game just meant a lot to me.
Absolutely. Well, greener pastures yet to go for you once graduation comes. Can you hint into us where you're going yet?
I'm going to the University of Toledo.
So you are going to go to Toledo then.
Yep.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Graduating from Dover High School here coming up in a month. Enjoy the last month, man. It'll go by quick. You'll be in college before you know it, and congratulations, man. Great game this afternoon.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, here is your Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications player of the game. Of course, Brendan McCune with 11 strikeouts in 7 innings. Pitched a 2-hitter, was 0 for 2, and walked and scored at the plate. Congratulations, buddy. Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications will return. Wrap this puppy up right after this.
Hey there, sports fans. When it comes to taking care of the vehicle that transports your team, you expect it to be done with speed and accuracy. This is Phil Miller from the Parkway Quick Lane. When it comes to servicing your team's vehicle, let my team at Parkway Quick Lane deliver you the winning combination to keep your vehicle on the road and safe. If your vehicle needs to get off the sideline and back in the game, visit the Parkway Quick Lane for your next service appointment.
Are you looking for a local propane supplier? TMK Valley Propane would like to offer you our hassle-free guarantee. We can provide you excellent service with automatic fill options, budget plans, and easy delivery. Let TMK show you how we take the hassle out of your winter heating needs. Give us a call today for a free site evaluation, 330-897-3911.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Buying a home has never been so affordable with record low interest rates. Hartzler's Quality Housing is ready to put over 40 years of experience to work for you. Family owned and operated since 1978, Hartzler's has a wide selection of model homes on site with a knowledgeable team to help make your new home a reality. Open 6 days a week, visit them off I-77 in Dover or online at hartzlers.com. Hartzler's Quality Housing. Quality from start to finish.
You're with Big Z Sports on 99.9 WTUZ.
Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications return to Dover City Park, where the Tornadoes get the better of the New Philadelphia Quakers to even that season series up at 1-1, 5-0 here this afternoon, being joined by head coach Fondrest of the Dover Tornadoes. And coach, kind of getting back and getting revenge a little bit on those New Philadelphia Quakers. Great game this afternoon.
Yeah, it was great to be a part of that. The first game we played was a classic 11-inning affair, and they got the best of us. So to even the score against your arch rival is always a good thing.
Coach, fourth inning, huge inning, got all 5 runs across the plate. Talk about, how things got started. Mason Stolt, Aiden Hall really kind of got things rolling, but then you had the freshman Kelliker step in, get some big at-bats, and Ham as well, the sophomore.
Yeah, I'm really proud of both those guys. Ben, I told him after the game the last 2 days he's hit the ball really hard and had nothing to show for it, and sometimes it takes a little bloop like that, and we were able to be aggressive on the bases and get a run there, and then Ethan to get his, I think that was his first high school hit.
It was, yeah, double.
To score a run or two was great. So, yeah, a lot of times one big inning will do it for you, and we were fortunate tonight.
And he came up with that bases loaded, I think it was in the 5th or 6th, and I told Travis, I said, he gets a base hit here and gets a couple more RBI, kid's going to get the player of the game when we start off. After he gets his first hit, he gets one as a freshman. So, and talk about, of course, McCune on the mound, just a dominant performance. He's going to Toledo now, kind of announced that, and just a special pitcher.
Oh, he's been fun to coach, and I wish I would have had him 4 years, but unfortunately we didn't get to see him last year. But, man, he can dominate, and he's a strong kid that gets better as the game goes on. And then we saw him finally getting his curveball in the strike zone from the 4th inning on, and that really helped him out.
Coach, talk about how you feel things are setting up for you down the stretch, getting into the last week of April here, headed into May next week. Tournament time looms on horizon. I talked to you a little bit in the pregame. You said, hey, I think I like where we're sitting right now. Do you feel that way after today's game?
Yeah, absolutely. That makes you feel good to beat Philly in an ECOL game, and that's our first goal, is to win the ECOL. So we're sitting pretty at 5-1 with Cambridge and Warren Local coming up the next 2 weeks. So we like our chances there, but we got to keep playing good ball, and then, of course, build up for the tournament. We go north and play D1 with some of the big boys, and I think we got the pitching to compete. We just got to get better offensively each time out.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thank you. Congratulations on the big win. Keep things rolling, and good luck down the road.
Guys, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, that is head coach Jeff Fondrest of the Dover Tornadoes. Big Z Sports, Claxon Communications. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Pizza is most everyone's favorite, and you have plenty of choices. But there's just something different about a pizza from Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. Amici's Pizza takes pizza to an all-new level. You can get a traditional Italian pizza or try one of their delicious specialty pizzas. And everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. It doesn't get any better than a meat cheese pizza, Kirk Street, West Lafayette. Big city taste for a small town price.
You found it. Big Z Sports on 99.9 WTUZ.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Chris Cale, Travis McClellan here with you, the Winged Wonder.
Temporarily out of commission.
Out of commission. We won't say how you did that, but nonetheless, the big win here for the Dover Tornadoes this afternoon, or this evening, I should say. 5-0 over the New Philadelphia Quakers. Travis, big fourth inning, and the big man on the mound, our player of the game, Brendan McCune. The reason why Jeff Fondress and the Dover Tornadoes move on to 10-4 on the season and 5-1 now in the ECOL.
Absolutely. Brendan set the pace early, and he was devastating from front to back there, and he held the Quakers in check till his offense got going, like you alluded to. In that fourth quarter, that fourth inning, they broke through. Billman was devastating up till then. Gave up the first 2 hits in the first inning. They didn't score. Then went 3 up, 3 down. And then, but the Tornado offense broke through with a crooked number there in the fourth, and that was enough for McCune, who didn't give up even any close to runs.
Well, and give a shout-out to Billman on the other side, because through 3 innings, man, his curveball was devastating
great
at times.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if he could have got through that fourth inning, he had the wild pitch, the pass ball, allowed a couple runners to move around. He got the strikeout that didn't end up happening, the drop third strike that allowed him to go over to first. So if you take a couple of those things out of the equation, and the New Philadelphia Quakers were right in this thing if it wasn't for that fourth inning.
Yeah, Billman threw a great game, take nothing away. Dover got a couple doubles there, one out of the freshman there, Keller, who you talked to with Coach. Yeah. One out of Connor McGarry, the catcher. You string some hits together with some walks. You put pressure on the defense. When something bad happens, like a pass ball or something like that, you put runs up on the board, and that's what the Tornadoes did.
I agree with you 100%. Taking a look at some of the stats again, the senior Brendan McCune, 11 strikeouts in 7 innings, threw a 2-hitter. The 2-hit shutout, I should say.
Yeah, 2-hit shutout.
He was 0 for 2 at the plate. He walked and scored. Of course, when you look at Aiden Hall, 3 for 4 on the afternoon.
Great night at the plate for the junior.
3 singles and a stolen base.
Yeah.
Mason Stolt, 2 for 3, a double, 2 RBIs, a walk, and a run scored. And you got to tip your cap to Ben Ham, the sophomore, and Ethan Kelliker, the freshman, who got some big hits in big at-bats for the Dover Tornadoes. That's only going to benefit head coach Jeff Fondress and the Tornadoes moving forward.
Yeah, they're young. Dover only played 1 senior. They have 2 seniors on the roster. McCune, of course, is the big piece. But they're young and they're talented. That junior class is really driving this sport for the Tornadoes. Then you got the young guys coming behind them. They're set up for the future, and they want to make a tournament run here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, I can't thank you enough. It was great to call a game call a game with you again. And, of course, thank you to all the guys at Clax Communications.
Top notch.
Burke and everything, and just a great time. So that's pretty much I think we just added a game for Big Z Sports next week. I was going to say that's going to do it for us for the 2020-2021 season, but and then Adam turns around and he adds another game. So I believe there's another softball game next week. I believe it's Indian Valley.
Back, right?
And I believe that it's Shannon and Nick on the call.
Okay.
So good luck to them. But nonetheless, thank you for joining us from Dover City Park. The Tornadoes moved to 10-4 on the season with a 5-0 win over the New Philadelphia Quakers, who dropped to 6-7. Our Big Z Sports and Clax Communications player of the game tonight, again, senior Brendan McCune, with the 2-hit shutout in 7 innings, 11 strikeouts, and was 0 for 2 at the plate, walked and scored. That's going to officially put the lid on things for us for the 2020-21 season anyway. And, of course, we'll be back and add that game to the schedule next week down in Indian Valley. And, just enjoy everything. So, again, thank you to the Clax Communications guy. Of course, Casey Claxton, Greg Perkins, Fred Williams, Xander Tristano running running the cameras. Just a great job. Of course, my color analyst, Travis McClellan. I'm Chris Cale for Big Z Sports and Clax Communications, saying so long from Dover City Park. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to Big Z Sports. Tonight's broadcast was presented by Amici's Pizza, Claxon Communications, First National Bank of Denison, Gilland Body Shop, Hartzler's Quality Housing, Keim, Kent State University Tuscarawas, PAC Drilling, Parkway Quick Lane, Stocker Concrete, TMK Valley Propane, and Wood Electric. Follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter @Big_Z Sports. For the best coverage of high school sports, there's only one Big Z Sports.